everybody, it's the interview queen Alicia Atute here, and I'm here to tell you to subscribe to Warriors of Wrestling. Of course, like every video, comment on each one, and turn on the notification bell so you get updated every time they post some awesome new content. I'll see you there.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are with our next contest of the evening. You have the man that looks like a wrestler, acts like a wrestler, and is a wrestler, Roger Mendez versus a W.O.W veteran in Biggie Biggs. I am joined with Frat Boy Farva and Chris Scott. How you guys doing?
I mean, looks like a wrestler, yeah. Talks like a wrestler, that's open to debate because he's got some mouth, and I think Roger Mendez might be drinking a little too much of his own Kool-Aid.
I'm just so sick of Roger Mendez completely. He's so sick of him. He's this young, cocky dude. You know.
Why not? Why not? Look at him. Look at the way he acts.
I mean, he's got a great look, but look at my point.
He's in the ring with the W.O.W veteran and Biggie Biggs. You got W.O.W Hall of Famer Jason Karloff on the outside watching the match, all because of Roger Mendez.
Roger Mendez in control of the veteran Biggie Biggs, stuck in the corner. Roger keeping the pressure on. Biggie Biggs talking to the crowd right now, but Roger Mendez.
Biggie looking like he's more getting annoyed right now, just trying to get his bearings.
Oh, disrespectful slap to the face. Well deserved too. Well deserved. A chop to the back.
Let me tell you. Oh!
See, back when I was in junior high school, we called it a 5-star, right to the back.
I'll tell you what. All these chops and all these big moves from Biggie Biggs is only going to season Roger Mendez more and make him into a better competitor.
Oh, big shoulder block by the big man, Biggie Biggs. Size advantage, it's incredible between these two. Roger Mendez being thrown out like a rag doll.
Biggie probably could have just sat on him and that would have been the end of that, but he said, no, I'm going to throw you out. This is my ring. This is,
the trash has been thrown out of the ring, but now.
Boy, and like I said before, W.O.W Hall of Famer Jason Karloff.
You're not going to want to do that, Roger.
Roger Mendez doesn't care who's inside the ring, outside the ring. He's going to make a name for himself no matter what.
Jason Karloff might be retired. That is a former W.O.W heavyweight champion. I've seen that man bleed more pints than some people have in their bodies for this company.
Not only that, Farva, but I believe, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Karloff is the only Triple Crown winner in Warriors history to be a world champion, no-limits champion, and tag champion.
I can have the monkeys in the truck double-check that fact, as I do not have Wi-Fi in the prestigious Fun Station at the moment.
Biggie Biggs putting pressure on that elbow, that shoulder of Mendez. Mendez being forced into the corner. Biggs targeting that arm and another chop to the back.
And I could see, do you see this Warrior crowd absolutely rejoicing in the anguish that is the face of Roger Mendez?
Shot right to the jaw.
I'm enjoying this, hallelujah.
Absolutely. Biggie Biggs in complete control. I love seeing Roger Mendez get completely annihilated because he's just so disrespectful to everyone.
At this point, it just looks like Roger's getting annoyed, and he's proven my point by punching Biggie Biggs a few times.
Biggie Biggs may not look like the typical wrestler. However,
look at Mendez putting up this fight against the veteran.
Good shoulder tackles in the corner from Mendez, and a good chop. Biggie Biggs doesn't even seem to be hurt.
Oh, I think
missed that one.
He completely whiffed on that one.
It's almost as if Biggie Biggs was just letting Roger go after him just to see what he has, but Biggie Biggs seems to be in complete control.
Biggie Biggs definitely with the size advantage.
Oh, but he scoots out of the way with the slide. That just proves he is a wrestler. He is a former collegiate wrestler from Curtis High School, a Staten Island local high school. He was a champion then, and he's going to be a champion now.
And let me tell you something. You don't bring
keeping that pressure on the arm.
You don't bring a sword to a gunfight. And Biggie Biggs, my friend, is a bazooka.
Grabbed by the hair, got to watch out there. Biggie Biggs sending Mendez all over to the ropes, bouncing off his Mendez, trying to pick him up. Oh, kick right to the head.
That one connected.
Mendez taking a breather.
I just got to capitalize.
He's looking at Karloff again. Oh, big strike there by Biggie Biggs. Gotta imagine the amount of force into that one. Oh!
Big chop from Biggie Biggs. I will say this, Roger Mendez looking and talking like a wrestler, but
open palm.
taking his eyes off the prize and paying attention to Jason
sorry,
Karloff.
Xavier. It's hard to hear you
A double.
over these gunshot chops, courtesy of those frying pan-like hands of Biggie Biggs.
I was going to say Roger shouldn't have been paying attention to Karloff, but it looks like he's doing it anyway.
Again, Roger's just testing the limits of the retired W.O.W Hall of Famer.
Oh, look, Biggie's got that apparently like a wrestler hair of Roger Mendez.
Mendez stuck outside.
Hold on.
He gets that reversal, breaks out of it.
Jumped down, grabbing his head. Oh,
What is this? What does he have there?
He's got a wrench?
That's what you need?
Why does he have a wrench?
Apparently, he looks like he's going to tighten some loose bolts, courtesy of Biggie Biggs.
Trying to figure this one out. He's got a wrench, and Biggie Biggs catching his breath in the corner. I don't know if he knows. Karloff gets in the ring.
Hold on.
This is not going to be good for Mendez at all. Mendez, get out of there. Oh, boy, and now he just witnessed
That's a big
pure
man.
evil in front of him.
That's a big man and a big problem. Oh, spared now!
Oh, he speared Biggie Biggs. Oh, no!
He got Biggie Biggs!
No! From Roger Mendez and Karloff. Oh, and Mendez
Vitamin
Vitamin R on Jason
Pin
Karloff.
1, 2, 3.
No!
Bell is rung. We continue this contest, this tournament to find out who the #1 contender will be for the No Limits champion. Next up, we have Vinny Pacifico, a former No Limits champion, going up against Mike Harvey, who has by his side B.A. Kid, a former Warriors of Wrestling world champion, tag team champion, beat Abdul Nasir many years ago, one of the greats to ever do it. So I wonder if we're going to see some different tactics here by Mike Harvey.
Well, I will say this, B.A. Kid, as you mentioned, a former heavyweight champion and a former tag team champion, that's going to go a long way. He pretty much molded W.O.W into what it is today.
I don't mean to interrupt you there.
Elbow.
But this contest started with some great technical wrestling. And then Harvey with that vicious forearm. And now the kid, Vinny Pacifico, is going to unleash that fury that's gotten him to this point.
I was just going to say, you can see Vinny Pacifico quickly getting very aggressive, but then he high-fives a fan. I love it. Pacifico now in control, and Harvey setting him up in the corner. Nice chop there. Pacifico sending Harvey into the middle of the ring.
Well, this is going to test the litness of Harvey with a big neck breaker from Harvey.
Big neck breaker almost out of nowhere. Pacifico could be it. Could be over early. No.
Just the one.
Now Pacifico sitting in the corner. Harvey taking his time to roll over. Trying to get the crowd into it. Shoving that boot to the neck.
Not usually like Harvey, not like the Racketeer here to want to involve the crowd, but he knows that if he's going to beat Vinny Pacifico, he wants to make sure that the crowd knows that he has earned that right.
Nice uppercuts there by Pacifico. Ooh, nice shot there by Harvey.
Vinny Pacifico trying to have a technical wrestling match. The Racketeer, Mike Harvey, wants to make this just straight brute force. The referee trying to get a hold of this one.
And you see B.A. Kid in the corner giving pointers to Mike Harvey, just letting him know how to get it done right.
Now Xavier, I want to ask you because I may not agree with you on a lot of things and the way you look at things. Ooh, vicious suplex. But I want to ask you because I know you got to catch up with the B.A. Kid.
Hit 1, 2, no.
2 count.
I know you got to catch up with them a little bit before the opening of the doors here at Warrior Wrestling, the prestigious Fun Station. And I got to ask you, what does this mean for the Racketeer to have B.A. Kid? He is a former W.O.W Heavyweight Champion. What does it mean for the Racketeer to have him in his corner?
Well, firstly, thank you for acknowledging the fact that I'm able to talk to B.A. Kid and I'm able to get these interviews in the back before the show. But B.A. Kid mentioned that Mike Harvey is the next big thing to come out of W.O.W, and he wants to help Harvey hone his skills and gain his craft and be able to see him rise the ranks of W.O.W. And facing Vinny Pacifico is one of those people. Facing Vinny Pacifico is one of those tests that Mike Harvey's going to have to take in order to make it to the top. And a huge elbow from Vinny Pacifico as he whips Harvey into the corner.
Vinny Pacifico with massive amounts of momentum. Harvey just doesn't know where he is at the moment. Trying to just get his bearings with a reversal there.
Well, you want to talk about the future of Warriors of Wrestling. You're looking at him, and his name is Vinny Pacifico.
Ooh.
Look at that kick. Sending Harvey flying into the corner. The pin's going to be at 2. Not enough.
That running drop kick could have busted down a steel door and a drug bust in the worst of neighborhoods. Did you see that impact?
You know, it's incredible. Both Pacifico and Harvey, students at Warriors of Wrestling Training Center. And at one point, they were just learning of how to do the simple things. But now look at them competing in a high contest
nice
here
backdrop
in this
from Mike
tournament.
Harvey.
It's just excellent execution. The pin. 1, 2, not enough. Harvey and Pacifico really neck and neck at this point in time. And that's saying something for Harvey. We've seen Pacifico gain some gold, but Harvey, he's looking to make a name for himself and cement himself in history here at Warriors.
He's looking to make a name for himself after hitting that back suplex on Vinny Pacifico. He thought that might be it, but now he realized he's got to go above and beyond. He's got to
risk it all. Pacifico quickly getting up there with
Big
a big
Russian uppercut from Vinny Pacifico into a top rope cutter from Vinny Pacifico. Oh my goodness gracious, and now he sets up with a huge super kick.
And a takedown there. Big move by Pacifico.
He hit a running cutter.
1,
2, that's got to be
no. Harvey kicking out.
The Racketeer went up top, took a cutter from the top, a super kick, and then another running cutter, and he was still able just to get the shoulder up before the 3 count. If you're Vinny Pacifico, what do you got to do? Looking for his DDT.
Rolling up there, but Harvey caught him. Pacifico's in a bad spot. This isn't going to be good. Sent up and down. Big move there by Harvey.
That's got to be it.
1, 2, no!
And you can see B.A. Kid in the corner telling Mike Harvey, don't get discouraged. Cover him. Go for it again. And that's the veteran aspect of B.A. Kid. And Mike Harvey is going to have to listen and going to have to pull something big in order to defeat Pacifico tonight.
Harvey wants Pacifico back up quickly. He's trying to put an end to this one. Picking him up once again.
For the setup.
Once again up there, but Pacifico trying to fight his way out. He does. Got a hold.
Is he going for the crossface?
Going for the hold. If he taps, that's it.
Crossface in. He's got the crossface in. He's synced in. Mike Harvey's.
If he taps, it's over.
Oh my goodness.
He's got it locked in. He is in the center of the squared circle. If he taps, it's all over. Vinny Pacifico moves on.
Look at that pressure on the forehead.
Hold on.
The pin. 1, 2, not enough. That was smart there by Harvey. Very smart.
You can see the pain on Harvey's face as he's recovering from that big crossface from Pacifico.
Sent up Pacifico. Oh, he's okay. Harvey doesn't realize it, but Pacifico rebounded perfectly. Nice kick to the head.
That kick connected on the side of the temple. Vinny Pacifico
over.
down
What is this?
low.
What is it? Oh, wait a second. Harvey's got the pin. 2, 3, got it.
Oh, you got him.
The winner of this match and advancing to round 2 of the No-Limits #1 contender tournament 2009.
Another matchup here, part of the No-Limits #1 contender tournament. It's Mr. Grimm going up against Tony Paige in what should be a fantastic contest.
Yeah, you have Mr. Grimm the Hitman for Hire versus a W.O.W original.
Wait, early pin, 1, 2. Already a 2 count, but Grimm kicking out. Here comes a pin attempt by Grimm. Just 1.
And a nice arm drag by Tony Paige. And a nice arm drag by Mr. Grimm.
Ooh.
2 drop kicks. And we have a stalemate early here at Cold Fury. Fun Station, USA. Let's get this contest underway.
I just got to point out there, I mean, Tony Paige was smiling and laughing at that quick contest between the two. And Mr. Grimm just had a stone-cold face in response, and now you can just see these two have completely different attitudes. Paige is more happy and bubbly, whereas Mr. Grimm is just stone cold. He wants to get the victory, put away his opponent.
Well, Mr. Grimm is the hitman for hire, so can you blame him? Tony Paige is just another person standing in the middle of the ring, while Mr. Grimm goes and works his way up in this No Limits title tournament here at Fun Station. He got a big headbutt from Tony Paige and a huge clothesline missed. Pancake that tripped Mr. Grimm, and now you've got a pin attempt by Tony Paige. One, two. Very close.
Oh, big knee strike there by Paige. That could be it. Grimm could be knocked out. 1, 2. No, Grimm kicking out just in time.
And Tony Paige may not have had the best luck in recent past. However, you got to remember, he has competed in the main event of the anniversary show for the Warriors of Wrestling Heavyweight title. He has been victorious in Ultimate Survival, withstanding 29 other competitors.
Oh, wait a minute. Nice move there by Grimm.
But I may have spoke too soon as Paige.
Oh, look at the strength of Grimm picking him up that way.
Huge German suplex from Mr. Grimm, sending Tony Paige flat on his neck. I don't think Tony Paige even knows where. I spoke too soon, and a big backbreaker from Tony Paige. What a great recovery.
1, 2. No, not enough. Grimm kicking out just in time. But yes, Farmer, as you were saying, Paige was so close to counting to the mountaintop of Warriors of Wrestling. And you know what? This is a kid who's a student, who's climbed the ranks. He's only been doing this for a very small period of time, and he's trying to get back into the conversation of winning some gold. And a victory here would be a great stepping stone.
And he has climbed the mountain of Warriors of Wrestling, and he's fallen down a bit, but I'll tell you what, no matter how high you climb and how hard you fall or how far, you can always get back up, and you can always keep climbing, which is what Tony Paige is trying to accomplish.
Mr. Grimm over the ropes, the athleticism, throat right on the top rope.
Mr. Grimm is a big man that can move scary fast.
Hellacious clothesline from Mr. Grimm. Let's see your respects before talking about.
Hold on, it could be it.
2. No.
I was going to say to your respects before talking about Tony Paige and all of the accolades and the rising year that he had in 2019 and before that.
2018, really.
He hasn't faced Mr. Grimm ever. And Mr. Grimm is the hitman for hire. Mr. Grimm, I've seen him in countless other places, and he does damage like this to Tony Paige and other competitors wherever he is.
This could be it. This could be it. 1, 2. Still fight in there, Tony Paige.
All I'm saying is that Tony Paige has a lot cut out for him if he thinks he's going to make it in this No Limits title tournament.
Well, so far, Mr. Grimm is certainly showing that he is the powerhouse right now.
Mr. Grimm is the hitman for hire. He is a powerhouse. He is definitely an X factor in this No Limits tournament. And I got to say, as much as I got love for Tony Paige, I do have to admit, hold on.
2.
I do have to admit that Mr. Grimm and Tyree Taylor for the No Limits title, assuming that it is Tyree Taylor, we don't know if Mr. Grimm wins this tournament and Deanna Diaz is victorious tonight. It could be Mr. Grimm, Deanna Diaz for all we know.
Mr. Grimm in complete control. Excellent points there for Point Farmer. We're not sure who will come out of Cold Fury with the No Limits belt, but we do know that there will be a second round of the No Limits #1 contender tournament. March 6th it will continue. We still have to establish which contestants will be moving forward. And this, on paper, this has been my favorite contest on paper to see, because we know the potential of Tony Paige, and we know how strong of a competitor Mr. Grimm is.
And like you said before, Chris, this is a 2-month tournament. How this can be jumbled up any which way is so interesting and fascinating to the Warrior Nation. Tyree Taylor defends later tonight. Who knows what holds in store for him next month, as nothing has been confirmed, nothing has been announced if he even will defend the No Limits title, or if Deanna Diaz will defend the No Limits title. We don't know yet.
Tony Paige trying to mount a comeback here, but Mr. Grimm is not phased one bit. Big shot! That could have knocked him out. This could be it. That could be it. That one punch, that may have just ended Tony Paige's wrestling career.
I think that fan just caught Tony's tooth on the outside. I'm not entirely sure. I saw something fly out of Tony's mouth.
Targeting the ribs of Tony Page.
We are witnessing right now.
Mugging. This is a mugging.
First class, the dissection of Tony Page, courtesy of Mr. Grimm. And if Mr. Grimm is the hitman for hire, who do you think is paying the contract on this one?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for cold fury, nothing's colder than Mr. Grimm's heart. And he doesn't care how much damage he does to Tony Page.
Oh, cutter out of nowhere.
He got caught. This could be the opening that Paige needs.
1, 2, no! Grimm kicking out just in time. Paige can't believe it. But you know what? Grimm has been in control this entire way, but that could be the turning point for Paige. Paige trying to get the crowd on his side. Grimm slow to his feet, gingerly getting up, but a shoulder block sends Paige back into the ropes.
Coming up from the ground like an offensive lineman.
What's this? He's grabbing the briefcase.
That shows the absolute strength of Mr. Grimm. He was in a knee
What is that?
position.
Hold on. It looks like he's got zip ties.
Zip ties? What's he gonna do with the zip ties?
I've heard many rumors of what's in the briefcase of Mr. Grimm.
Why? He's tying his wrist to the bottom rope.
Technically not a disqualification, ladies and gentlemen. He is perfectly within his bounds to do this.
Oh, there's nothing Paige can do. He's defenseless.
Huge stomps from Mr. Grimm onto the chest of Tony Page.
This is a mugging.
You got the referee.
Ring the bell! Ring the bell!
Oh, the referee.
It's over, it's over. Come on, get off him. You win. Come on.
The referee has ruled that Anthony Paige cannot continue. Therefore, your winner and advancing to round 2, Mr. Grimm.
Here we go. Another matchup here in the first round. This No Limits
Hold on.
contender tournament. Steeler, Dexter, Obsidian. Dexter, Obsidian with that offense quickly.
3 big knees by Dexter Obsidian to the chest of Chris Steeler.
Oh, Obsidian sent to the corner. Steeler, a former world champion. Going at it with Dexter Obsidian. Look at him bouncing off of those ropes, and down goes Steeler.
What a hot start here for Dexter. This one could be much shorter than anticipated, giving Ref Shady a breather. Lord knows he needs it. Chris Steeler to his feet.
Dexter going to the top rope. Chris Steeler blocking his advances, and we do have to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that this is a tournament qualifier for the No Limits title. This is round 1.
I don't know if it's a qualifier because they're in the tournament. They qualified round 1.
Regardless, this is a part of the tournament. Regardless, Steeler's got the chair, setting it on Dexter's back.
Also want to remind everybody that the contests are under No Limits rules, so no disqualification.
It's a No Limits tournament. No Limits rules. You can't compete for the No Limits if you don't compete in No Limits.
Plain and simple. Dexter Obsidian stuck in the middle of the ring. Steeler circling his opponent like a bleeding piece of prey. And a nice back suplex there by the veteran Steeler. Steeler looking to put him away early. The pin, 1, 2. Just a 2 count counted by Shady Torres.
Steeler definitely with the size advantage.
Without a doubt.
I got to talking to Dexter backstage before this one, and I was talking to him. You know, you've been in the ring with Steeler. What is it about this time that's going to make you come out on top? And you know what he said to me? He said, my Mohawk's better. That's what he said to me, and then he left. I was confused. The frat boy was confused, Chris.
Shot to the back ahead of Steeler. Missing a clothesline attempt. Obsidian, though, meets boot to face.
Well, you can't tell me that a Mohawk is better when a foot's in your mouth.
I may not agree with you all the time, my friend, but I can't disagree with you there.
Steeler picking up Obsidian on his shoulder, setting him out of the ring, and down he goes crashing. I think his head just bounced off that steel rail, too.
That's very possible. And I'll tell you, if this was Ultimate Survival, Dexter would be eliminated, but unfortunately for Chris Steeler, this is a no-limits contest, and he's going to have to defeat Dexter pinfall or submission.
Strike to the midsection. Obsidian trying to get to his feet. Not a whole lot of room. Oh, head first on that steel post. Obsidian could be out. Seeing stars, but Steeler not letting up. Obsidian slow to his feet. Steeler in complete control. Bringing the action back inside the ring. And what is this Steeler taking his time? Keeping the match going at his tempo.
That's the way you got to play it, because Dexter has such high-flying and fast offense that you're going to want to slow somebody like Dexter down in a contest like this.
Oh, super kick. That could be it. One, two, three. Oh,
oh my goodness gracious.
And advancing around two of the No-Limits #1 contender tournament, Dexter Obsidian.
wait a second. The killing joke.
Goodness gracious, what a start to a hot event we have for you today at Brooklyn Beatdown. St. Finbar's Catholic Church, and Dexter has got this on and popping, ladies and gentlemen.
The killing joke. Dexter Obsidian must have came through the crowd. And, you know, he just completely blindsided Roger Mendez. Oh man, big way to start off the first match of the night. It's Brooklyn Beatdown, folks. Thank you for joining us. I'm Chris Scott alongside Xavier Heat, and we have a special guest announcer, the veteran of the sports broadcasting industry, Richard Mancuso. Richard, how you doing tonight?
First of all, Chris, the name is Rich.
Rich, okay.
Don't call me Richard.
Okay, sir. Rich Mancuso.
Who's it, Xavier?
Nice move there.
Xavier, thank you very much.
I want to talk about this Roger Mendez.
You want to talk about the person who acts like a wrestler, looks like a wrestler,
Right,
and is a wrestler?
Right.
Let's talk about him. Let's do it.
He acts like a wrestler. He started a Facebook war with me.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here tonight.
Wait a
Exactly.
second. I hate to cut you off, folks, but Dexter Obsidian is taking something out of the ring. Oh, that's gonna
Well,
hurt.
we are in Brooklyn, and the Islanders did play at the Barclays Center for a little bit. And a hockey stick is what Roger Mendez gets to the back from Dexter Obsidian.
That's old school wrestling right there. That's what I remember. Keep it in the ring.
Archaic wrestling.
Now Roger Mendez back on top of here, Dexter Obsidian. But yes, Rich, you and Roger have quite the history recently.
Yeah, it's a recent history. He's got a big mouth.
Oh man!
He's got a big mouth. He's got to show what he can do in the ring, and I don't think he can do much. I'm around these legends tonight. The Godfather, Demolition, Manny Fernandez, all these legends here tonight.
All guys that should have hung it up 20 years ago, including you hanging up the headset 20 years ago. You got Roger Mendez in the ring right now showing Dexter exactly
What do you
he
mean
can
hanging
do.
up the headset 20 years ago?
Wait a second. Oh, misses that shot. Nice kick there by Dexter. Killing joke of Obsidian getting a nice kick. Now these two have been firing back one another over the past month, knowing this matchup was coming. And one thing to point out, Dexter, the Killing Joke, is pointing out that he's willing to take a kendo stick and any weapon out to take down Roger Mendez. Meanwhile, Mendez brought out a wrench on Biggie Biggs. Nice German suplex there by Mendez. But last month, Mendez brought out a wrench on Biggie Biggs, and that's how he got past him to move on to round two. And now these two, it's like a collision course of the future of Warriors of Wrestling. Here's the pin. 1, 2, not enough.
Can I get that wrench? I want to use it on this guy Xavier.
Number 2, Xavier, and
Roger Mendez mounting.
Chris, while I'm sitting next to the fossil here next to me, I just want to make sure that everybody knows Roger standing tall.
The pin. 1, 2. Not even a 2 count.
I heard that, fossil. I heard that. It'll be in my comment.
I'm honestly surprised you heard that considering your hearing.
Could hear better than you, buddy. You just don't know.
Mendez taking control, sending Mendez into head first into that turnbuckle.
Let me tell you something. You see, Roger Mendez does have it, but in my day, he would have never had it. Okay? He's got a big mouth, just like your partner here in the middle. I'm sitting next to
It doesn't matter what decade it would have been, the 60s when you were born, the 70s,
Mendez going for the pin.
80s,
1, 2,
the
not
90s.
enough.
or the 2000s,
Making me younger, me in the 60s.
Roger Mendez would have excelled and in any of those eras, and he's excelling right now in this Warriors of Wrestling ring.
He doesn't do it the way he should do it. Old school. He gets away with a lot of things in the ring, and he's doing it again right now.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, ladies and gentlemen. And Roger Mendez just broke a rib of Dexter Obsidian from the looks of it.
That's the pin. 1, 2, not enough. That may have just broken a rib or something.
2 count from Dexter while Roger uses a weapon. I believe it's a wrench of some kind.
You know what? I got nothing against the wrench. I really don't.
Well, Rich, I do have to say this, though. With Roger, you can say what you want about him, and I think he just has the most disgusting acts out there in the business now. That was a very, very nice suplex there.
Gut-wrench suplex.
Yeah, I mean, he does these things that just annoy you, but he's undefeated in 2020.
And a second gut-wrench suplex from Roger Mendez.
The trajectory of his career is just going up and up and up and up. No one's been able to stop this guy.
When I go to Vegas again in another month, you think I'm going to put my money on this guy?
Another gut-wrench suplex, the power.
I'll tell you this, I'm going to Vegas in 2 weeks, and all my money's on Roger Mendez.
The pin, 1, 2, not enough. Now, it's important to mention that Mendez, very confident heading into this one, thinking that Dexter Obsidian is basically a featherweight against him. Mendez normally doesn't have a size advantage against his opponents, but against a guy like Dexter Obsidian, a luchador that Roger does not respect at all, I don't know.
Well, from the looks of it, Roger's only getting bigger. He's building a lot of mass. You know, he's looking as toned as ever.
So you got it wrong, guys. Roger Mendez doesn't respect many people, especially esteemed broadcasters and journalists.
Oh, nice move there by Obsidian.
Nice reversal cutter from Dexter Obsidian. And to talk about respect, he doesn't need respect. He needs to go in that ring and do exactly what he's doing to Dexter right now, and that's winning.
What are you and him have in common, Xavier?
We're both former collegiate wrestlers.
Oh, look at Obsidian.
We
He's
both
using
hate
that
the
weapon
way
like a pro.
We both hate the way wrestling is looking right now, and we both want to change it.
He's going
I want
to
to
the
do it
top.
from the commentary table, and Roger Mendez wants to do it in the ring. And now we see Dexter Obsidian on the top rope.
Obsidian putting it all on the line, but Roger up there quick enough. Oh boy, Dexter is stuck. The killing joke is stuck at the top of the turnbuckle. Mendez taking advantage of the situation.
Looks like he's going for a top rope gut wrench.
Oh!
Yeah,
Not fully, didn't
Roger
fully
just
get it, but
makes it
may have
look
got
easy.
enough. The pin, 1, 2, no! Dexter kicking out just in time.
I will say this about him, Roger. I will say, he does have athleticism. He's got the physique. But his mouth's got to go.
I agree with you 100% there, Rich. So far, what's your opinion on Dexter?
I think Dexter is one of those old school type of wrestlers and will find any way to get in and win a match. And he's handling Roger the way he should. Now look at this. You think that's legal what he's doing now?
At this
No
time, right?
Limits, No Limits title tournament. That means
This
no
kind of match, I don't
disqualification.
agree with. Misses the strike. Kick to the gut. Trying to put him away. Got him. He got him. The pin by Dexter. 1, 2, 3.
Good. Shut him up fast.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a briefcase ready because we have a hitman for hire in the ring, Mr. Grimm versus Harvey in the second round of the No Limits title tournament, 1839 Bath Avenue, St. Finbar's Catholic Church. We are here at Brooklyn, Beatdown with my colleague, Chris Scott. How are you, man?
That is me, my friend. Of course, this is round 2 of the No Limits tournament. Mike Harvey alongside B.A. Kid coming off a fresh victory over the veteran Vinny Pacifico, a former No Limits champion. And as for Mr. Grimm, putting away Tony Paige last month at Cold Fury. This is Brooklyn Beatdown, though. Action's underway, and Mr. Grimm, he's the powerhouse. This is just a classic powerhouse versus high flyer matchup right here. Let's see what kind of strategy Harvey and B.A. Kid have come up with to take down Mr. Grimm, who every single time he's at Warriors, he's just a force to be reckoned with.
Absolutely. Mr. Grimm has arrived time and time again. He's meant business every time he's walked in the ring, and you know, he wins. He wins dominantly. He did last month against Tony Paige. He beat him down. There wasn't even a pin necessary. He beat him so bad that the referee called a stop to the contest.
Harvey gets caught up by Mr. Grimm. The strength of Mr. Grimm on full display here in front of this Brooklyn crowd. Spine to that post. Oh my, getting bent in half.
Goodness gracious. The way that Harvey's spine is getting contorted on the corner of the ring. Oh man, that is bad news.
And he just crashed down to the floor. Mr. Grimm, he likes this stuff.
Absolutely. He is a fighter through and through. He doesn't care who is in front of him. He's going to hit him, and he's going to hit him hard.
Look at this. Look at this, putting his arms against the steel ring barrier.
Oh my, now he's stretching the arms of Harvey. He's hyperextending the shoulder. He's hyperextending the elbows.
Oh, and that chop. That chop actually will do some damage to the back as well, since he was tied up there. Feel bad for him. I would not want to mess with Mr. Grimm. I would hope no one has a hit on me and having him for hire, because I'm not walking away.
My chest hurts. Oh man.
But B.A. Kid trying to root on his new student there, and Mike Harvey.
Yeah, B.A. Kid, a former Warriors of Wrestling world champion. He defeated Abdul Nasir at one of the very first events of Warriors. He was a pioneer in this business. And he's got Mike Harvey, who is a very, very good competitor. I don't think he's as good as Grimm. I'm just calling it down the middle. But Mike Harvey's got...
I think it's very safe to say that Mr. Grimm, heading into this one, was the favorite. But we'll see. Having a manager could be a game changer. But right now, it's not looking good for Harvey, who keeps on getting that back exposed. Grimm is just focusing on that lower back.
And this is going to affect Harvey, because a lot of his moveset is going to become from his flexibility. You know, he is a high flyer. He does like to extend his body parts in ways that will make sure to hit his opponent. And neutralizing his...
Mr. Grimm setting Harvey fire!
In a big throw from Mr. Grimm. That's exactly the type of thing that's going to get Mr. Grimm to victory. Neutralizing...
Mr. Grimm! Full body splash there.
Harvey just looks like he's going to slump.
How many broken bones do you think Harvey has right now? Sent flying again!
I could tell you a couple of discs are probably exploded right now, too.
This is just an annihilation of a competitor right in front of us. Grimm full force ahead, but Harvey finds a way to get out of the way. Grimm's a little bit groggy. Harvey taking advantage. Nice kick there.
Enziguri from Harvey. I don't know if he got all of it.
Suddenly, Harvey has second wind at this point. Shining Wizard to the head.
A couple of punches as well in the corner. Harvey looks like he's got his second wind. He's firing up. Let's see what he can pull off after that damage that he took.
Another high knee strike. Grimm seems a bit lost in the ring, going for a neck breaker. Oh, but Mr. Grimm rebounds, picks up Harvey, and down he goes.
Big backdrop, makes it look absolutely effortless.
Oh boy, that's another broken bone. Here comes the pin. 1, 2, just a 2 count. Harvey, you are a brave man, sir.
I gotta give it to Harvey. He's got a lot of heart. He's taking a big beating in this match, especially very early on.
I mean, this is a brutal match for Harvey so far. This is just Mr. Grimm showing he's got all the power in the world.
And look what he did to Tony Paige last week. He beat him unconscious. The ref had to call a stop to the contest, and it looks like that's what's going to happen here against Harvey.
Well, let's not count out Mike Harvey, who went up against Vinny Pacifico, who you normally don't count out. But somehow, someway, Harvey found a way to get by Pacifico. But right now, Mr. Grimm looking to put away Harvey, going for the German suplex.
Oh my God, a tilt-a-whirl suplex and a German and
discus clothesline.
You took the words right out.
That could be it. 1, 2, no. No.
I hate to say it, but you got to give Harvey some credit. Credit is due. He's got a lot of heart. You got B.A. Kid on his side, egging him on, trying to get his energy up there. You got the Warrior Nation doing it as well.
How is Harvey still able to get on one leg? Mr. Grimm picking him up on the shoulder. This could put him away. This could be it. Spinning around. Oh, a reversal!
Big spinning DDT from
Big reversal there by Harvey. Wait a second. Harvey with the big reversal, and Grimm is lost and confused. B.A. Kid cheering on Harvey. Harvey setting up a big move. Grimm slow to get up. And a kick to the head. Big running kick, running strike. Oh, Grimm quickly kicking out. Harvey can't believe it. Mr. Grimm slows feet, going for it again.
Went for the spirit kick a second time, didn't make it. Looking for a big old slingshot knee. Ripcord knee, I'm sorry. Ooh. Big kick from Harvey.
Oh, nice kick there in return from Grimm. Hard elbow strike or forearm strike there. Oh!
Another insecurity. Almost take Grimm off the feet. And a spirit kick again to take the Hitman higher off the feet.
He did it! Oh my! Harvey won! Here we go. It's the final matchup of the No Limits #1 Contender Tournament. It's Mike Harvey going up against the Killing Joke Dexter Obsidian. These two have had to travel quite the road to get here. These are two young and hungry competitors here at Warriors of Wrestling. The winner will become the #1 contender for the No Limits belt.
Let the frat boy shed some light on this one right now. This is the new breed at its best. I am in the ring every week with these two working. If you follow Warriors on Instagram, you'll see some of the things that have been going down at the training facility. But these two know each other in and out. They help each other get better, and they have a mutual respect for each other. But right now, there is an opportunity on the line here to go up against currently Tyree Taylor, because I was unsuccessful, but it is what it is. In this No Limits tournament, I am excited to see what these two do.
It seems like that respect got thrown out the window once that bell rang, because these two guys just laid into each other like they hated each other for years.
And you want to know something? They started off this contest with such aggression. I think it's just now it's starting to settle in. That this is
big backdrop from Harvey right there.
That this is their second contest of the night, and you know they're feeling it.
One,
hold on.
Two. Not enough. I think it's important to mention the road that they've traveled to get here. Mike Harvey has B.A. Kid on his sideline, managing him in this tournament. That's been a nice management team right there for him.
It's a great mentorship. B.A. is one of the you can make an argument that the B.A. Kid should be on the Mount Rushmore of Warriors of Wrestling. I certainly would not argue that concept.
Harvey sending down Dexter Obsidian. Going for the pin.
They could be in early.
Contender two, not enough.
And I can't stress this enough. They're not fresh. This is not their first contest.
Right.
This contest could end at any point. And we've seen that just last month. Dexter, I believe it was last month, Dexter
B.A. Kid sitting in a chair.
There, B.A. Kid just threw a chair in this ring, and that throws this whole match for a loop.
Well, listen, it's for the No Limits #1 contender. So, anything goes.
Dexter took a former champion, and Chris Steeler caught him with a super kick, and now Dexter's here. Anything can happen at any time, right to the injured ribs.
Well, if you ask Chris Steeler, Dexter hit him with the breaking news. Stole his move.
That's true. And this is in No Limits fashion.
Over the pin, 1, 2, not enough. Harvey coming in very close.
This match can only end via pinfall submission or worse.
Well, how about this Harvey? How did he get here? He takes down Vinny Pacifico, a former No Limits champion, and Mr. Grimm, who is such a powerhouse. And he's got to fight again tonight against Dexter.
Frat Boy's first opportunity at Warriors of Wrestling there was 3 other men in the ring, and Grimm was one of them. So trust me, I understand the powerhouse that is the Hitman for hire, Mr. Grimm.
Going for it. Oh, right on the chair.
If you saw the way Harvey's spine contorted against the edge of the chair, you would be in disbelief, ladies and gentlemen.
Gentlemen, have you ever been to a homeless shelter? Well, they have give. That chair has got no give to it.
I'll tell you what, Harvey's back was beat up from the battle that he had with Mr. Grimm, and that chair shot right there didn't do him any favors at all.
And that chair barely moved, so you know that impact on the spine of Harvey. I'm surprised Harvey is getting up after that one.
Dexter setting up for a big suplex, and he lands
suplex there on Harvey, and Dexter trying to kip up, but remember, his back was targeted in his last matchup against Mr. Grimm. He's taking quite the beating there. Dexter going up.
Dexter's going up top. Take it from me, my friend. Going up top never ends great.
From the top. Oh! Excuse me, correct. I gotta make a correction. Dexter Obsidian was up against Roger before, had his back exposed. You can see his back is wrapped up there. 1, 2, not enough. 1, 2, still not enough. Another one. 1, 2, still not enough.
Big hitting combinations from both Mike Harvey and Dexter Obsidian.
1, 2, not enough. Any pinfall could be it. Any pin attempt could be it. Another pin attempt. 1, 2, no.
Numerous 2 counts here, ladies and gentlemen. They both want that #1 contendership so bad.
And this is not even a title match. This is an opportunity. An opportunity for a title match. They gotta get through this to make it to the title match.
Going for a power bomb here.
Dexter's up top.
The killing joke. Stuck up there. Oh,
big
right into the
Harvey.
turnbuckle.
Dexter's ribs and his back must be destroyed.
Dexter fell right back into it.
Oh!
Huge power bomb from Mike Harvey. Further injuring the back and ribs.
No, not enough.
Further injuring the back and ribs. As you mentioned before, Dexter faced Roger Mendez, and Roger hit him with a weapon of some kind. It's still undisclosed, but that injured the ribs of Dexter and Harvey.
Was it like a hockey stick or something?
It was a hockey stick. You had a
tool
wrench.
of some sort.
You had a plethora of weapons used in these matches.
He used a wrench against Biggie Biggs and brought it out again.
Anything could be. I got hit with a water bottle tonight.
You got hit with
It wasn't refreshing.
burning farm tonight, Harvey.
Harvey setting up a big move, misses that spirit kick, but gets kicked in the head.
The same super kick that put away Chris Steeler. Harvey is down. He's in the corner. He doesn't know what burrow he's in.
Obsidian grabbing the chair. Obsidian's grabbing the chair. He's got evil intentions on his mind. The killing joke wants to put an end to Harvey.
I believe this might be the final nail in the coffin for Mike Harvey as Dexter sets up for something big. Laying that chair in between the ropes. What is Dexter planning on doing?
Is he going to go coast to coast? Is he about to go coast to coast?
Oh boy, Dexter's taking a page out of one of the most.
Oh, he got it!
Gracious, Dexter just hit a coast to coast on Mike Harvey with the chair in the corner. Harvey's face is busted.
Dexter hitting that red-eye flight from Cali to New York, going coast to coast in Brooklyn.
On target, the pin, this could be it. Oh, foot on the rope. 1, 2, 3, he got it.
Here's your winner, and now the #1 contender for the Warriors of Wrestling No-Limits Championship, Dexter Obsidian.
What a magnificent end to that contest. These two competitors put it all out on the line, and it took a coast-to-coast, putting the body on the line from Dexter Obsidian to become the new #1 contender for the No-Limits Championship.
Man, you couldn't write that any better, coast to coast, and he went coast to coast in all of his matches that he had from the bottom to the top. Dexter is your new #1 contender.
These two have to have respect for one another after that contest.
I think I would have respect for any man who put a beating on me like that and is still willing to get up after.
Gotta respect it. Everything was put on the line there. Dexter climbs up. He's now one step closer to the No Limits Championship and capturing gold for the first time in his career.
Hey, playa, this is the Josh Speaks, and you're watching Warriors of Wrestling, the best independent wrestling company across the entire country. So hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell so you can know whenever they post a new wrestling video. As always, love and peace.